Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Real G Wood Let's Play. We're literally picking up exactly where I left off here. I just did a backup of the file. We'll do that again real quick. And if you do need to back up your files, you can find in Tools, Export League. So we'll go back to our roster here. We just finished the fantasy draft, getting ready to start our season. And what we're going to do is we're going to live sim the first couple. I think we'll actually just live sim the first game, Before we do that, we're going to look at league finances and our team finances. We're pretty middle of the road, but this isn't on insane mode, so we want to take this seriously. I think we're going to perform quite well, so I'm actually going to charge 138, 85. Say 85 and then type 86. I'm not as concerned about scouting because overalls, people can play above and below them. But we will look at some individual attributes here. But I'm going to cut this all the way down to 26. Coaching, this is the most important in my opinion. I'm going to bump this up to 49.6. And health-wise, we're just going to kind of middle of the road here. And we'll just do 34.8. And facilities, I actually like where it's at. I do want to have one of the nicer facilities in the league for this case. So what you'll see here is now I'm first, 32nd. Actually, at that point, if I'm about to go that low, I may as well just go 0. That's right. No scouting for us. And we'll see how that goes. But it's going to save us some money. We'll be able to reel a lot earlier. I suppose for realism, I should probably do a little bit more. You know what? I'll do a little bit just for realism's sake here. I'll get us into the bottom bracket. We'll just make it so we're not the worst. Do I need to go 30? Yeah, you need to go 30.1. Alright, there we go. Alright, so not the worst. And we'll just get into it real quick here. So, simulating to the regular season. We're going to check, make sure everything's still the way I sent it. Alright. I wanted to start Sam Hall for Game 1. And what we're going to do is we're going to simulate Game 1 live. Which is a pretty cool feature in this game. You can't control the plays, but you can watch the game. So we'll pause at the end of the first half, see how it's going, but it doesn't look too good. I think Pittsburgh was the only team that was going to beat us early in the season. Now, early on, our team's biggest strength, clearly is defensive. We've held a great team to 9 points. Let's see if we can get out of the half with just 9. Yeah, I think we'll get out of the half with just... Oh, they scored in the last second end of the half play, it looks like. So they pulled ahead here. And we had an okay first half. Nothing really big. Clint Kennedy, our first quarterback. We'll see how he does. Interesting, we actually just found a bug here. Anyway, so we've now gone into game 2 real quick. By clicking on Click Kennedy. We see we lost 26-25 in Game 1. Game 2 here, not looking so promising early on either. We'll see if we can get back into it. Our team's not performing as well as I hoped they would. Let's see if we can get anything on the scoreboard here. Yeah, we just aren't scoring. So our offense is just not doing anything here. And we've now lost 2 straight games to start the season. Not the start I was hoping for. We'll take a look and see what's going on. It looks like Clayton Kennedy missed some time, and our backup quarterback threw 2 picks, so we'll actually bench him. We'll look and see how our running game's going, and we're really not getting any production here. So I think we're going to... I guess we're going to give Grant Taylor a shot. We might have to make a move here. I don't know. After 2 games, it's a little early to bench. We'll see what we're doing at wide receiver. We got some injuries to Morsi, who's gotten no catches yet. But Devin Ray's also not really producing much. We're just not having a good start here. We'll go 2 more weeks here, and then we'll take another analysis of our team. So we did have a big victory over Mexico, and then a big loss. So we are 1-3. I am amazed. 1-3 is not where I want to be early in the season. I thought we were going to do pretty solid. Kennedy is turning it around a bit, but our team is really struggling, especially on the ground. I'm going to move Grant Taylor to number 2 there, see if that works out. And wide receiver, we just aren't getting great production from any of our players besides Lakeem Evans. Evans has really been the number one on my team across the board here. It's interesting that Rohorback has really done nothing. I mean, he's been a complete disappointment. Um, so we'll see if that changes. And it might be time to switch up our punter. No, he's not doing too bad, or our punt and kick returner. He's not doing too bad there. So I think we'll just keep going into it, and we'll look at our team. We'll see how we're doing. Leading rusher Sam Hall. It's expected. Evans isn't doing too bad. We really might have to make a run for a running back. So we'll see. We'll go throughout the season here. 29-17 to Pittsburgh. Injuries galore. Um, we're really struggling here. We'll do one more week here, but if we can't turn around, it might be time to make some moves. And we're now 2-4. I'm really disappointed in this team. FBGM's a pretty tough game, but we're getting some real big struggles here. We'll take a look, see where we can improve on. Not liking any of the production in my backup running backs. It's really the Sam Hall show. We'll just keep that going. Without Evans, we're pretty thin at wide receiver, I'm concerned. We'll see if Morrissey can do anything. It looks like left ear's stepped up a little bit. So, we'll see. And we just got blown out, suffering a major injury. So in BBGM and FBGM, major injuries like this can hurt a player's overall. In this case, it did not bring it down. You'll see the overall drop is 0, but it is still a little concerning to see that our team's just getting annihilated with injuries. I think what we're going to do is if we lose another game, we're probably going to be out of real contention here. A big victory. We needed that victory. We lost to them previously and are blowing them out there. I am going to make a move, though. We really need to add a running back. We've had some major running back struggles. And Dungy's contract's expiring, so we probably won't even be bringing him back. So we do need to find a solid running back. I'm going to see league leaders. Find league leaders and running backs. Let's see. If anyone has 2 great running backs, or if we can just pick one up here. Looks like this guy's having a pretty good career for New York City so far. 400 yards in 6 games isn't bad at all. But he's also fairly cheap and signed to a multi-year deal. So we'll see what this costs for us. And they want David Murray, and we are not going to trade the Murray. But what I will do, if they'd be open to it, is I'd move like Cal Kennedy and Dan Marino. Would that work? No. What do they want? Yeah, I don't want to move David Murray here. So what we'll do is we'll probably include 4th and 5th round pick. See if that works. 3rd, 4th, 5th round pick. I think we'll do it. And the reason we're doing it is mostly just to add depth here. And we're going to add, I think we could really use another cornerback, so we'll pick up the top cornerback in free agency. All right, and now instantly, game 1, Dean is out, which isn't a big deal. I knew that going into this trade, but we will be giving him the backup role because Sam Hall has been doing okay. Not great, but he's been doing okay. No reason to blow something up that's working. So we'll see how that goes. 32 points that game. That's good. It's a good. We're getting into a groove. We're definitely doing a lot better the second half of the season so far. So the middle portion of the season. Are we in the playoff picture yet? I don't think we are. We need to get into the playoff picture. We need to be 5-3. We are currently 4-5. So we do have a lot of ways to go there. But we'll see if Dean can be that X factor for us. So his first game, we'll see how that goes. A few accomplishments, but none for us. So we did pick up the win, so we're 4-5 now. Which it's good. We're staying alive, but we're really one loss from being eliminated. So it doesn't look like Dean actually played in that game, which is surprising. I suppose he might have still been hurt. We'll do one more game just in case. And we'll pick up another victory. That's big. That's really big. Dean did play, but he didn't do very much besides for catching the ball, in which he actually had a pretty big role. But I think we'll keep him as a nice quality bench piece for this season, um, and a good backup running back. I think I'm a little bit more comfortable with our running backs now. Um, I also think I'm going to move Simmons back into the starting or into the backup spot. Kennedy has really done a lot better with a healthy Morrissey, but our team is really struggling with injuries to the um, wide receiver position. We'll actually give Dean some time here, see if he can do anything real big. That might have knocked us out of the playoffs. I'll have to double check. We're definitely going to be real close here. Rohrbeck's having a surprisingly good season all of a sudden. We'll move him actually into our number 4 spot there. And we're going to go take a look at running back. Dean still really not producing what I was hoping. Just 1.6 yards per carry. Um, kind of disappointing. Let's see. How far down are we? We're 2 games out. Ooh, it's going to be close. See, being in the same division, we've played Pittsburgh twice and we've lost both times. We can't afford to play them again. Um, Picking up a loss there, that probably knocks us out of contention for this season, um, which is unfortunate. It was a disappointing season, definitely. I thought we had a lot more potential. I do want to see what we got in Christine here, so if we lose one more game and are confirmed out, I'll probably throw him into the starting lineup. Unfortunately, it's going to be a disappointing first season for us. We definitely looked like we might be contenders, but things just didn't go as well. Might need to evaluate the quarterback position. You know, he is getting up there. Clint Kennedy did struggle a little bit, and the hunt to find a real young star quarterback is going to be underway. Simmons really definitely is not the heir apparent. We'll see how we do going in. Um, Lakeem Evans having a great game. He is our first big game. You can see in the bottom right there. I don't know if it popped up, but Lakeem Evans had a huge game, and he put up 163 yards, and he's definitely been one of the best parts about our team so far. A little bit of a disappointing season, to be entirely frank. We'll move Dungy back into the backup role here, I think, and probably give Evans a bit more of a on-ball opportunity as the primary backup running back. We are so close. We're 2 games out with 2 games left in the season. We need to win both games. It's all hands on deck here. So our matchups are going to be. Actually, don't know who our matchups are going to be. I know we have LA. Let's see, team schedule. Yeah, so we have LA and Cincinnati here. We need to win both those games. We're projected to win both. So it should be pretty good. But our playoffs are hanging in the line here. We don't actually have a game this week, so next week. Now I need to see, did we get knocked out? Denver picked up, if they have, yeah, so Denver clinched. So Denver clinched, we should have been eliminated from playoff contention, right? Let's see, does it give us, yeah, we got eliminated from playoff contention there. It's a little disappointing to get eliminated when you're not in game. Like we got knocked out in this case, and no fault to our own. I'd like to win some more games, but I think what I'm going to do for this next game here is we're just going to throw Dean in. We'll see if we got anything good in him here for the long term. No reason to risk an injury to Sam Hall. We have him on cheap for another couple of years. No reason to play Dungy either. So, a really big game for our team, picking up the win. Christine did some stuff pretty cool. Let's see, Kennedy did. He's doing excellent. He might be a 4,000-yard passer. I do want to build around him. See if we can get the old man a ring. But we might have to find a replacement too. It's going to be an interesting shift. So we did win out, and Kennedy had a huge game with Evans, but we just barely missed the playoffs. Kansas City got in at 8-8. That's that's unfortunate. Um, we will sim through the playoffs here and into the off season. And there's a lot of things I want to do. I mean, I'm really disappointed with how our team played. Mike Morsi retired. That's crazy. Morsi was only 31 and he was a starting wide receiver. He missed a lot of the season. We had 400 yards, so we're gonna have to replace Mike Morsi this year. Um, that's going to be kind of tough to do, honestly. I'm a little shook. I didn't expect that. So let's see what the owner says. Um, Too early to judge me, but he wants me to win more games, and I did make okay money, but I didn't do too good. So I can't afford to keep struggling like that. I need to start winning. So we'll sim to our pick. We have the 19th pick, so our first pick in team history. Um, we could use a cornerback, so I think we'll pick up Garrett Harris here. We really do need one. We only really have one quality one on the roster. Um, we'll sort by prospect rating here, and I think we're going to pick up a wide receiver. So we'll pick up Shaden Erdman, and that's just replacing Mike. And then I do actually like the addition of picking up a running back here, Jason Brown. He could be cost effective for us. We'll pick up some O-line guys. So we're just going to highlight the first 3 picks in franchise history. We'll see what they do for us, and if they get into our annals of history. Look right here with our re-signings. The big cost here is going to be a massive hit from Cortez, but we got to go by it. I think I said this when I was doing the draft last episode. I was going to bring him back almost no matter what. 3 years, 12 million is a great value. We're going to do it. We do have to sign our draft picks here. And I think Garrett Harris is a guaranteed lock to be a star, so I'm going to sign him to a long-term deal, 4 years, 10 million. Erdman, I want to have confidence in him. I don't know if he will have confidence. It doesn't look like his hairline has confidence in him. So I think what I'm going to do, I don't know if he's going to be a $5 million plus receiver. I'm just going to bring him on for a 2-year deal. I'm not sure how I feel about having to sign rookies. It's one of the parts of FBGM that I really like is balancing out the rosters with rookies contract-wise. I will sign Jason Brown. I'm really excited to have him on the team. I think he's a really good value pick here. I'm really pretty hyped. Dungy, we're letting go. He played 16 games for us, and he ran the ball 34 times for 114 yards at just 3 yards a carry. Not anything near where I wanted, so we'll let him go. And then I normally, when it comes to the rest of these guys, normally I would re-sign all of the rookies. I think I might just sign Gaddy here. I don't think we need to bring any of these other guys back, to be entirely honest. Maybe Phillips, just to fill out the roster. And this leaves us with 6 spots and 47 million. So now we're looking at free agency here, and we got money. I would love to add Shamari Henry, but there is no way he's going to sign with us. We did not do well enough to get his love. But what we did do well enough to do is potentially sign Brian Shriven here. We'll look at potentially adding him. Maybe Brad Fuller could be a really good running back. He's the 5th player listed, I think. Could add Nathan Fairbairn. Fairbairn? I don't even know how to pronounce the NFL player's name that's Fairbairn. But we'll see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sim a day. And in free agency, you can wait and hope you'll get some guys. We're not getting those guys. Okay. So I shouldn't have done that because we lost out. But we will make some moves here. We'll pick up Chun and DeRocha. Could be 2 really solid O-linemen. So I think I'll pick both those up right off the way of the contracts that they want. And then I'm thinking, in all honesty, I might pick up Brad Fuller here. We can go run heavy next year. We do have all of our receivers coming back, and we can just use the minimum to fill depth. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll add Brad Fuller, and then I want to just do players I can afford, and we'll pick up a good quality defensive end, and then we're just going to add some linebackers here. Sort by potential, and there we go. Picking up a couple prospects. All right. So there's our team. Not too much turnover from last season, but now we got hope that the prog gods spare us. So stay tuned for next episode, and we'll see how progs go and see if maybe we can actually make the playoffs next year. I'm definitely confident. I think we can definitely go pretty far, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. and tune in to the next episode.